It's been a while, I realize. And normal can be boring, but sometimes you have to record normal. And I think today I have a bit more that I can add to normal. Let's look at the river first. So Vaal Dam is at 101% with an outflow of about 20 cubic meters per second. Bloemhof Dam is at 109% with an outflow of about 40 cubic meters per second. Gariep Dam is at 99% with an outflow of about 100 cubic. Van der Kloof, slightly under 100. Van der Kloof is at about 99% with an outflow of about 100 cubic meters per second. So there's about 140 cubic meters per second flowing down the Orange River. Of that, about 110 roughly, it's very difficult to get that exactly, arrives to us. So it's about 30 cubic meters per second that gets consumed out of the river above us from Bloemhof and Van der Kloof dams. And that is basically normal level for us. This is normal level for us. It looks slightly more water than it used to look because the last floods removed the sandbanks that was here, which is fortunately for us helps us a lot. I'm going to put up the drone in a moment and just get a general view of what the river looks like. I think for the first time in a couple of years, this could be a good fishing season for those interested in fishing. It's starting to look like it, and it's all about the fluctuations in the climate. So it looks like we're going into a period of El Nino. There's been several reports online in the news, etc. about El Nino. So for those who don't know, El Nino means higher than normal temperatures in the Pacific Ocean to the west of Chile and Central America. And what it means for us in South Africa, it means a lot of things all over the world, changes in weather patterns. What it means for South Africa is generally a higher temperature summers and lower rainfall in general. So we are going into this El Nino, forecasted El Nino with full dams, which is good. Just be aware of what's happening. So the reports that I've seen talks about a super El Nino. That's not really a technical term, but I have done my own research into it, and there's only been 2 instances in the past that had a similar profile of when the water started heating up in the ocean and how rapidly it started heating up. And the closest match seems to be 1997, and then there was one in the 50s. I'm not sure if it's I can't remember from the top of my head now, either 1951 or 1957. I haven't found anybody who could do a comparison for me on that, so I'm using as a reference 1997. 1997 was high temperatures, low water levels. So Super El Nino, I don't know. It's not a technical term, but it is it seems to be developing into quite a severe one. Then, apart from that, I have one more interesting bit of information. So I was contacted, I'm going to read it off from my phone so that I can get it right. That's just the air valve on the pump. It'll stop in a moment. So I got a message from Joop van Dongen. Joop van Dongen sent me a message, and I'm going to read it verbatim so we get the information correct. And this is an interesting. I really considered joining this one myself, but I'm not going to have the time to do it. So the message is, "Hi Josh, my name is Joop van Dongen. I intend to row the entire Orange River from Lesotho border, Murifi, to Alexander Bay, beginning February 2027, finishing probably April 2027. The total length approximately 2,000 kilometers. Intended progress is about 30 kilometers per day. Total duration 64 days. So In my experience, 30 kilometers per day is achievable. Not on all stretches. Some of the slower stretches could be a bit difficult, but some stretches are much faster and you can do more. We've done a couple of times that we've done 30 kilometers or more in a day with some fishing in between. So the total duration planned is 64 days. His craft will be a CR2 inflatable. He's looking for participants to join him on the trip, maximum of 4 persons. The participants should be committed to hardship and camaraderie. Minimum age 65 years, although that might be negotiable. I'm going to give you his contact information and you can talk to him about it. Should have some rafting experience, be able to swim, love nature and the outdoor life. Could you help me find people interested in such a journey? Your efforts will be appreciated. Candidates can apply by email Africa with a K, not a C, at gmail.com. Regards, Joop. And he gave his cell phone number here. I'm not going to put it in an open video, but I will put the his email account up there. So that sounds like quite an adventure. It's the kind of thing that I love to do. I've done a lot of river rafting trips, some of it unplanned, some of it recce trips with unknown numbers of dates, and I can tell you, once you reach the point of about 2 or 3 days on the river, you don't want to get off the river. You just want to keep going. I've entered here several times. The longest I've done was a 6-day trip. We covered in 6 days about 120 kilometers roughly, but there was a lot of fishing involved, and it was at a very low level, so very slow going. And we probably spent half of each day fishing. I just don't see in my current work situation, I barely get time to make videos, and I have one more point about the videos. So I don't see how I can take 3 months, 62 days. Also, it's the wrong time of year for me. It's the busiest time of year at work for me. But I'm really looking forward to hearing whether this trip will happens, and hear from the people that actually do it. So on every trip that I've done going down the river, when you reach day 2 or 3, you just want to continue all the way to the ocean. And maybe I'll do it one day when I have more time. Right, then the last point before I get back. I know a lot of people have been asking where I am, what happened to me, why am I not making videos. The river has been quite normal since June, and normal can get a bit boring. But we do have to record normal to understand what is different when it's the extreme kind of situations. So this is normal. But I have been making videos. I was not completely absent. It's just that most of my viewers don't prefer to watch the 4x4 videos. They are not about 4x4 driving as much. They are actually more about having adventure. So it's not it's not that much of a car. It's not that much of car videos. It's more about the adventure of it. But anyway, everybody likes what they like. So I have been busy. I've just spent a lot of time working on those videos and putting them out. I have one more to go, and then I'm done with the 4x4 for a while. So anyway, that's the situation. It looks like we're in for if the El Nino happens as they say it is, and it has started developing since June, then we'll probably be a dry season. So maybe the camera doesn't show up, but there's a lot of grass in the mountains, more than what we normally see because of the last 2 years of almost constant rain. But that'll probably disappear and we'll go back to just clean rock. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.